tourist suddenly sailed to deserted island when a strange being approached him. We all love to go on vacation. How wonderful it is to sunbathe or go skiing. But usually it is predictable that we will go on vacation, because we plan all the details of the upcoming trip in advance. David Foster, from Northern Ireland, was an ordinary pharmaceutical company employee. But nowadays his name is very popular on the internet. David was looking forward to his planned vacation to explore places and sip cocktails. There was nothing to do, because the amount spent on the vacation was too much and the time had come. David boarded a ship with other passengers for a river cruise in the Amazon. During their trip, they went to many places to meet new people and take in the breathtaking scenery. Sometimes the ship anchored in places absolutely untouched by civilization, so David was able to visit deserted islands. But in one of these places, an unpleasant surprise awaited them as the ship docked on the shore. The travelers saw a black spot approaching them. After a few minutes, David realized that it was an exhausted and very large black dog. It was possible to count every bone in his body, and it was very sad to think that he had to live like this, betrayed by its owner, who had thrown it on a deserted island. Who knows how long it had been alone, trying to survive. It was hard not to hate humanity after that. But despite this negativity, the dog seemed incredibly happy when David called him. He wagged his tail wildly left and right and greeted the travelers. David didn't think for a moment to leave him on the island. He asked if the ship's crew had anything against another traveler and got their consent. They spent the night there, and during the day they played with Negrita on the island. They stroked her. Some passengers said they did not want to travel with a stray dog. When it was time to return, late at night, while David was asleep on the ship, someone unleashed the dog and led him back on the island. The ship left the coast without the dog. In the night, David woke up and went to see his dog, but Negrita could not be found. Panicked, David begged the captain to turn back. When the ship turned back, people saw Negrita lying on the beach waiting for them. David had to do his best to get the dog back to Ireland. When the ship with the dog approached the next port, David went looking for someone who could help him. A veterinary tourist refused to continue the trip without the dog, so they launched an operation to save the animal. They found a veterinarian to find out if the dog had leishmania. The results showed that Negrita was very likely to die. David met a woman who spoke English and loved animals. He told her Negrita's story, and she offered to care for her in her home until Negrita could get back on her feet. All the necessary documents were signed for her to return to Foster, which took about 5 months to put together. Once she had recovered a little, Negrita was flown to Sao Paulo for her new life. After a few months of recovery, Negrita is now a dog with endless energy and happiness. This story ended happily thanks to a noble act by a noble man. If you think Foster did a good deed, don't forget to like the video.